are the new principal and new assistant principal, Dan Draper and Lauren Sager. Welcome.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and congratulations on your new jobs.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, they're actually promotions. Dan and Lauren moving up. What were you doing before, Dan?
So before I was assistant principal of CTE and academic programs.
Awesome.
So more of the curriculum side of things.
How long have you been there?
This is the start of year 9.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So I remember when you were at Hanover.
I know. It's becoming a little bit more of a memory
Yeah.
than it was a reality. So.
And Lauren, you've been at the Career Center how long?
This will be my 10th year. It's going to be going into my 2nd year as administrator.
And you're moving up from?
I was the dean of students.
Oh, cool.
So, yep.
And so with the retirement or the move of Mark Poliano, I think he moved to a new district closer to his home. This opens up great opportunities for you to move on.
Yep.
So you've got big changes. You're going to come in and redo everything?
No. I would say, if anything, it's been more of a cleaning up areas to make it more efficient use and effective use of our spaces. But
well, what I have seen you guys do already in your previous roles, create more opportunities for Jackson County students to get ready for a career right off the bat. In fact, even while they're at the Career Center, you've got people in a career.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest benefits of our facility is being that it's a community building, getting kids ready for the community needs. So
you started Jack 3 in your previous role. Tell us a little bit about that and how that's going.
Yeah, so Jack 3 actually we're kind of expanding that opportunity a little bit as well, because with JCEC being in the county now and Jack 3 also a early middle college option, some of the changes that we're going to do is allow for a kid who wants to go on the college track, a kid who wants to go on an apprenticeship track, a kid who wants to just go right into the workforce. So allowing more opportunities for students so we can access more students for our employers, for one, but also so that students have more access to the employers on the different path that they would choose.
Yeah, I guess the limits to those opportunities have been, it's on the community, isn't it? We have to provide more openings, more job potential in order for students to get into these careers.
Well, they're there. I think if you talk to any industry right now, the openings are there. It's really trying to get to the students.
What are the areas of responsibility for the assistant principal, Lauren?
So a lot of my day-to-day is going to look very similar to what I was doing in my former role. So I'm still going to be centered on student services, student issues, anything really involving student needs in our building. With a little bit, I'll have a little bit more of a hand in the curriculum side of things and the planning and the big picture of how the building runs. So
I think even in the 9 or 10 years that you've been there, you've seen programs at the Career Center change to meet the needs of new careers that have popped up. I think when the Career Center started, typing was one of the whole class on typing. So what are some of the new things, new careers, new classes that have expanded the Career Center offerings?
I would say I don't know if the program have changed as much as the technology has changed. I mean, just some of I'm going to think about our manufacturing class, just some of the equipment that's in there right now to what was in there. It's like, holy cow. And it's not cheap stuff either, right? I mean, this is the latest and greatest technology, keeping our kids on that cutting edge, as I said earlier, about getting them ready for the community needs. So it's, the technology is changing quickly. We just got a new printing press in our visual communications class.
Oh, wow.
So who even knows what the capabilities of that are? I'm not in that world, but yeah, it's supposed to be really, really nice.
And our instructors have done a really nice job of honing in on what the needs are within their own program. So while we don't have necessarily a new program offering, there are a lot of things happening within those programs to identify the needs relevant to our community and our employers and what they offer in-house.
Well, I was looking at your website, a couple of cool things on the website, in the website itself, but you've got your latest feature on the website is the new Site House. And you've got a construction student that has expanded from the Career Center into his own business. Josh Hicks?
Josh Hicks, yeah, Concord grad. There's a picture right there. So he's learning the industry, and cool thing about that whole story is Mr. Dankins this is his first house. So we have a couple newbies here, right? So first house for Mr. Dankins with a former student in collaboration to make this work. So it was really cool.
That's awesome. You've got high-paying jobs right out of high school.
And the fact that he's an entrepreneur with his own business is even more of a success story.
And that's actually a common situation, isn't it? Coming out of a Career Center.
Yeah, and we actually have quite a few staff members that were Career Center students themselves. So now to have that generation of students coming back and giving back to the community in that way is a great thing to be a part of.
I think I've told you this before, but my first house was a Career Center student-built house. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
Except the hot was where the cold was, and the cold was where the hot was. Other than that, we want to give a shout out to your marketing and IT team. You've got an honor that you received for something on your website.
Yeah, Casey Babinaw, she's great. This virtual, basically the virtual tour, you can be anywhere in the world and get on our website and do a virtual tour of our programs. Be able to physically go into the classroom at the confines of your house to see what it looks like.
Yeah, check it out. Visit the Career Center website and just take a tour.
Yeah.
Are the floors all shined up for the new
This
school year?
week. This
Okay.
week, yeah, this week.
They're the shiniest school floors in Jackson County.
And I think they're still original from 1976, so yeah, maintenance does a great job.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome floors. Now, the Jack 3, of course, one program. Jackson County Early College is another. How are the programs at the Career Center involving Jackson County Early College?
So I'll give you a great example. Health technician, one of our classes. As we know, the health industry, like we just talked about, has huge demand for future employees. And so one of the things that we have at the Career Center with all of our programs in collaboration with Jackson College are what are called articulated credits. In other words, students that go to the Career Center, if they do very well in their coursework, a certain number of classes get articulated over to Jackson College in the form of credits. They're pass-fail credit. So basically the thought was, well, if we're already doing this and we have this Jackson County Early College, well, can't we partner together? And so this kid can then continue on for that 13th year, and by doing so, have an additional year of funding to then get this, hopefully this degree taken care of. And so right now with our health technician class, we articulate about 20 credits. So a third of an associate's degree, just because a kid does the Career Center for 2 years with us. And they meet minimum standards. So then the remaining 40 credits for that associate's degree, the thought was, well, how do we partner with something that we have in the county like Jackson County Early College to be that avenue for that kid to continue on? So it just makes a lot of sense to have these pathways forming, and ultimately it's for the students. So that's, at the end of the day, what we really want to do.
And you're right across the street
Yeah.
from Jackson College.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
And all the years you've been across the street, I mean, just recently you're starting to have some real synergy between the two
Yeah.
organizations.
It's great. It really is great.
I'm sure people are watching thinking, oh my gosh, this is a place I want to go, or I want to get my kid into the Career Center. Can they get into classes?
I think we still have a couple that are full, but the majority of our classes still have openings for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, people can come out and check out the Career Center. There's several opportunities throughout the year, but we've got one coming up, and it's August 31st. So who's this for?
So this is for our students that are currently enrolled and their parents to come out see the building, see their classroom, meet the instructor, and really just get the parents in to see where their students are going to be spending half of their day.
Awesome opportunity. Check it out. And when you want to start thinking about the Career Center, you're in, what, 6th grade, 7th grade?
So we have 8th grade tours. That's probably when the first opportunity for students to physically see our spaces, and then again in 10th grade. But really in the middle school age group is when the wheels start turning. And then by the time they get to 10th grade, we really want to start getting them to make that decision to be out with us.
Yeah, very popular, and it's an amazing asset that we have in our community. Good luck in your new jobs as you start heading up the leadership at the Career Center this year.
Thank you.
The new principal at the Jackson Area Career Center, Dan Draper, and the new assistant principal, Lauren Sager.